All right, fire away. No one?
Did you see that one coming?
Did I see that one coming? Well, you know what? If we played, we played the way we practiced the last 3 days. On Sunday in the exhibition game, and whoever was there, Elton, you were probably, yeah, of course you weren't, because you don't show up anymore. Whoever was there would have been really disappointed in how we played, and rightfully so. But the team that showed up on Sunday in that exhibition game was not the team that had been practicing for 17 days. And we watched film. It was probably the longest film session that I've ever had with these guys on Tuesday. We practiced really hard Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. We had a really good team meeting last night at my house. And tonight we played the way we need to play to win games. And it's not just against a good team. We need to play that way to beat anybody. We played not caring about anything but winning. And for us, this team, this year, that's got to be our formula.
What were you telling some of the younger guys down the stretch in those timeouts? They had a couple of late timeouts in the overtime and in the second half when we were real close.
Well, you know what? I don't even remember. You know what? I'm not going to lie. I don't remember what I said to these guys half the time. You know what I said? Randall, bank one. The one thing that I know I yell all the time when it's a senior standing up to shoot a free throw, I just yell senior. It's like, I don't know why. It's just something that I yell. Like, you're supposed to make them because you're a senior. And you know what? They made them all. That's what seniors are supposed to do. And Chris Evans made huge plays down the stretch. Randall, huge free throws down the stretch and huge plays. And it goes on and on. Mark Henninger hadn't played 36 minutes in his career. This is the most physical team that will play all year. And he was unbelievable on the glass. 8 rebounds, tipping loose balls. I mean, just unbelievable. I mean, I couldn't be prouder of him. And I go on and on. Chris Brewer, 39 minutes. He hadn't played 39 minutes in his career. He's guarding the player of the year in the Colonial, who started every game. And the game's on the line, and Chris comes up with a huge block. And I can go on and on because, all the young guys that checked in, every one of them had a positive impact on the game, even though some of them didn't play a ton. And you know what? Nobody cared. Nobody cared about anything but winning. And that's our formula. That's going to be our only formula to win. Once our kids, and if our kids care about things other than winning, we're just not good enough or experienced enough to get away with that. We don't have the ability. Last year's team sort of turned it on and off, and they had the ability to do that. This year's team won't have the ability to do that.
How surprised were you in the end to see that your young team is the one that ended up playing like the veteran team, and the veteran team is the one that kind of made the young mistakes?
Yeah, that kid, yeah. Yeah, Derek Thomas, who's a really good player and the best defender on their team, I think he obviously thought they were down 1 when he fouled. Those things happen, and that stuff that, as a coach, the coach is responsible. But sometimes, I mean, you probably tell them, hey, if we make a 2, you foul. If we make a 3, guard them. If we miss, you foul. And sometimes, that's the thing about this game. Sometimes you can't control everything. And he made a mistake. And we capitalized on that mistake. But our kids, in my eyes, we deserve to win, and because of how we played, because we really, really played hard and competed for 40 minutes. And I don't think you guys quite understand just how good Drexel is. I mean, that team is going to win the Colonial. That team is going to play in the NCAA tournament. Preseason, they were ranked 4th of all the mid-majors. They had 2 top 100 players in the country, and all rightfully so. Like, Coach Flint is a very, very good coach. I mean, an excellent coach whose teams play incredibly hard. And tonight, we matched that, and we were home, and we made a couple more plays than they did. It was an unbelievable game. I mean, an unbelievable basketball game.
Before all the good fortune, you had the bad fortune. slips on the one.
Mm-hmm.
Got the lead. He slips and guy knocks it down.
Yep.
Chris comes.
Blocks a shot, it goes right to him. Yeah, and that was my point. That was one of the things I said to our guys is that, and then we dive on the floor for a loose ball, and it could have been a tie-up. It would have been our ball, and they give them the timeout. It's not like every break went our way. In fact, most of the breaks went their way, but our kids just kept competing. And you know what? The guys in the huddle, the guys amongst themselves, we were down 4 with under 4 minutes to go. I mean, it's just a really good win to start the season. And at the same time, as I told these guys prior to the game, after that game, you're either 1-0 or 0-1. It doesn't make your season or break your season either which way. It's a great win, but I hope, that this isn't the highlight of our year. I hope. But the only way that'll happen is if every game we play with that type of intensity and toughness.
What do you think it does, though, heading into, Tuesday's new game with Temple? What do you think?
Well, I hope it gives them confidence and understanding the formula that for success for us. I hope that happens. I would, you expect it to, but every game's a new game. I mean, can Mark Henninger do that again? I hope so. He's got to do it every night. He's got to do it every night. On and on and on. But we need other guys to contribute in different ways if Mark's not playing well, and we need Melvin to play well, or Khalik, or whoever it may be. And, Chris Ortiz came off the bench, played so much harder tonight than he did on Sunday. That's how he has to play every night. And our seniors are going to lead us, in Randall and Chris Evans. They're going to lead us. It doesn't mean that they're going to make every shot or make every play, but they're going to lead us in terms of how they play. And tonight they did that without question.
You could tell certainly by their play that they were leading by example, but what were they like, too, like in the timeouts and that? Were they vocal? Are they both vocal, Chris and
Randall's vocal, as you guys know. I mean, he did lead off the press conference by just giving us soliloquy, I would assume. But, Randall's been here 4 years. He's won a lot of games. He's earned that right for sure. They were all vocal. Chris Brewer was vocal. Darren Goodson was vocal. And everyone positive. Everyone positive. And that's, that's how we have to play. That's our only chance. That's our only chance.
9 assists. Were you surprised at that?
Yeah, I could care less about that, Elton. You right now, you could find a way. You could find a way. You're not raining on my parade tonight, Elton. How about 12? I think you are. How about 12 turnovers? We had 2 in the second half and overtime. How about that? How about the best rebounding team that we're going to play all year? We had more second chance points. The story is nothing. Don't come up with negative stuff.
I just looked at a stat.
I got you.
Asked you a question. I'm not sitting here.
I got you.
facing a
Don't
story
write your story on
on
9 assists. Please don't. You know what? We only made 20 baskets. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like we made 30 baskets and had 9 assists. We only made 20.
I'll never ask you again.
Go ahead. Ask anything you want, Elton. I'm just messing around with you. I'm entitled, aren't I, Elton?
Today.
Today.